Madam Speaker, the Liberals are uniquely ill-equipped to truly deliver on community safety file, not because of ability, but because of contradictions inherent in the coalition that forms their support base. A safe community requires that we solve both the crime and drug issues while simultaneously with overwhelmed healthcare, housing, job markets, and immigration levels. Crime, drugs, and an overwhelmed social infrastructure are all intertwined in fostering unsafe communities. In juggling all these competing priorities, some will fall by the wayside explicitly because the coalition that forms the Liberal support base will not allow the Liberals to turn 180 degrees on all their prior commitments. The Liberal prior commitment on crime is expressed in Bill C-75, the Catch and Release Bill. It allows repeat offenders to be released on bail within hours of arrest, who then often go and promptly re-offend. Only by repealing these Liberal commitments can judges have the freedom to allow minimum sentencing. I was discussing this issue with the Deputy Chief of Police of our great York Regional Police. We have discussed that the police force is discouraged that criminals are released before the paperwork is done. Madam Speaker, our frontline police force and their families are fearful every day with these repeat dangerous criminals free on the streets. The throne speech commitment to increasing the RCMP force neither goes far enough, nor should it be the only focus. The Liberal prior commitment on drugs is expressed in Bill C-5, which eliminated mandatory jail time for the production and trafficking of hard drugs like fentanyl. Isn't it odd that the Liberal throne speech decreed a desire to block the flow of fentanyl, and yet their previous legislation allows fentanyl traffickers to avoid jail term? Bill C-5 allows house arrest for these criminals. This means they can just walk out their own front doors and be on the street immediately, pushing hard drugs in our neighborhoods. Moreover, the drug issues require that we not merely stop the drug kingpin and their drug trade, but further, we have a robust program of treatment in place. The throne speech did not go far enough on the drug file, as it made no mention of addiction treatment programs. This is something that we Conservatives are committed to. Will this government repeal Bill C-5 and C-75 that the Liberals put into place? Madam Speaker, I want to remind this House once more what the Canadian dream has always been. Canadians want to own a house on a safe street where children can play at ease, where seniors can go for a carefree walk, and where cars don't go missing in the night. The Liberals have presented an agenda that speaks about reducing fentanyl flows and increasing their RCMP force. However, their commitments towards Bills C-5 and C-75 are a threat to Canadians from coast to coast to coast. My colleagues across the aisle have voted for a Canada where repeat offenders are to be released on bail within hours. They have legislated into being a world where the producers and traffickers on fentanyl get house arrest instead of jail time. I cannot in my right mind consider the Liberals to be a party ready to protect the communities of hardworking Canadians, no matter what promises they have provided in their throne speech agenda. We Conservatives are a government in waiting. We are the hope of Canadians for a future that can and be different from this status quo. Madam Speaker, lastly, I urge the Liberals to provide Canada with a spring budget. Canadians want an open and accountable government with a plan for how to keep our communities safe and our cost of living under control. Thank you.